Welcome to News for Hearing Impaired. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh with my colleague Sonu. Let's begin with the top story. On the second leg of his four-nation Africa tour, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reached Pretoria in South Africa. During his visit, the Prime Minister will hold delegation-level talks with South African President Jacob Zuma to enhance bilateral ties. Several MOUs will also be signed following the talks. He will also address members of the Indian diaspora in Johannesburg. PM Modi will visit Old Fort Prison Complex at Constitution Hill in Johannesburg today. Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned here in 1906. Nelson Mandela was also one of the famous prisoners who were held at Old Fort Prison. The Old Fort was declared a national monument in 1964, although it continued as a functioning prison until 1987. The Prime Minister will also visit Pietermaritzburg railway station tomorrow. This is the same station where Gandhiji was thrown off a train carriage in 1893 on account of his skin color. Early on Thursday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Mozambique, 34 years after the last prime ministerial visit from India. During his visit, the Prime Minister held wide-ranging talks with Mozambican President Filipe Nyusi on cooperation in economic, security, defense, energy, food security, health and sports spheres, besides regional and international issues. Both countries denounced terrorism as the gravest threat facing the world. The leaders witnessed signing of 3 agreements: a long-term agreement for purchase of pulses from Mozambique, an MOU on drug demand reduction and prevention of illicit trafficking of drugs, and the third one in the field of youth affairs and sports. Back home, BRICS head of Drug Control Agency's working group will meet in New Delhi today. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh will inaugurate the meet. Representatives of BRICS member nations will evaluate the drug abuse situation in the member countries and analyze the legislations of BRICS member states, as well as devise modalities to share the best practices of enforcement and demand reduction. In Maharashtra, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis today expanded his Council of Ministers, inducting 11 ministers, including 10 new faces. 6 legislators were sworn in as cabinet ministers, including Ram Shinde, who was elevated to the rank. He was earlier Minister of State for Home, Rural. The other 5, including 2 of Shiv Sena, 2 of BJP, and 1 of another alliance partner, were sworn in as MOS. Another jolt to Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. AAP MLA Prakash Jarbal has been detained by Delhi police this morning on charges of allegedly misbehaving with a woman. The case was filed against him by the complainant in Greater Kailash police station. Jarbal has been booked under section 34, 354, 506 and 509 of the Indian Penal Code. Jarbal, however, denied the allegations. More details in the case are awaited. Jarbal represents the Deoli constituency in South Delhi. He is one of the veteran leaders of AAP and also won the seat in 2013 assembly elections. In the United States, 4 Dallas police officers have been shot dead by snipers during protests against the shooting of black men by the police. Several more police officers were injured in the shooting, some of them critically. One person of interest had surrendered while the other suspect of the shootout has been captured. Bomb squad secured a suspicious device, and a gunfire broke out as demonstrators marched through the city, sending them fleeing for cover. The protest was sparked by the deaths of Philando Castile in Minnesota and Alton Sterling in Louisiana. In Saudi Arabia, 19 people, including 12 Pakistani nationals, have been arrested following suicide attacks on Monday, including one near Islam's second holiest site in the city of Medina. 7 people have been killed and 2 wounded in the Medina attacks, at a mosque in Khatif and western Jeddah. A 26-year-old Saudi man had been identified as the perpetrator of the Medina attack. No group has claimed responsibility for the Monday's attacks so far. And with that, we've come to the close of this bulletin. Namaskar.